What if being triggered, that spiral into hopelessness, isolation, or the critic's voice, isn't proof you're broken, but a signal you're being asked to grow? When you're triggered, you may feel disconnected, below the line, small and hopeless. But those states aren't the end of the story. They're developmental signals pointing to the skills you most need to strengthen. I'm Dr. Tony Weston, psychotherapist, executive coach, clinical supervisor, and award-winning researcher. Over 2 decades, I've supported more than 1,200 clients in therapy and coaching. From that work, I created the Lifelong Capacities Map and the PsycheVita Vitality Scale, models that reframe symptoms as signals of growth. If you know that feeling of collapse when triggered, the critic takes over, you feel hopeless or alone, this video is for you. We'll cover 3 things. First, what's really happening in those triggered states. Second, how the Lifelong Capacities Map explains them as capacities under strain. And third, practical ways to reconnect, including a free worksheet and today's PsycheScription practice. And if you want the full roadmap, you'll find it in my book, Transform Your Life, The Ultimate Guide to Self-Mastery. Triggers can come suddenly, a word, a look, a memory, and almost instantly you may feel yourself drop, disconnected, below the line. The critic floods in. You're hopeless, you're alone, you're worthless. Neuroscience shows this is a survival response. Old patterns in the nervous system take over. What helped you survive once now cuts you off from vitality. So rather than pathology, we need to see these states as signals. Being triggered isn't proof you're broken. It's a signal your skills are under strain. The Lifelong Capacities Map contains 12 domains and 48 skills that we all need to develop to thrive. When we're triggered, a few specific ones tend to go offline. For example, 1.2 Adaptive Emotional Processing, the skill of being with feelings without being flooded or cutting off. 3.4 Healthy Self-Worth, the sense that I am worthy of care, love, and respect, even when under strain. 8.2 Somatic Attunement, the ability to notice what's happening in your body and ground yourself before the spiral takes over. When these capacities are underdeveloped or overwhelmed, life's demands exceed our current skills. That's the collapse you feel when triggered. But the map shows exactly where growth is possible. Talk about a client who I'm going to call Amina, a lawyer I worked with. After tough client meetings, she often found herself spiraling into the critic. I'm not good enough, I'll fail. She felt hopeless and disconnected at home. But through therapy, she learned to pause and name her feelings. 1.2 Practice grounding in her body. 8.2 And slowly rebuild a sense of healthy self-worth. 3.4 Over time, what used to be collapse became a signal, an entry point for growth. Her critic became less a tyrant, more a guide, pointing to the skills she was building. The way forward isn't to eliminate triggers, it's to work with them. Each trigger points to a specific skill under strain. That means practicing 1.2 Adaptive Emotional Processing, staying with feelings rather than suppressing or being overwhelmed. Strengthening 3.4 Healthy Self-Worth, reminding yourself, I do not need to earn my worth. Building 8.2 Somatic Attunement, noticing your breath, posture, or tension and gently resetting. Integration is when these skills come online together. Instead of collapse, we find balance. Instead of despair, we recover vitality. So here's your first step. Next time you're triggered, Don't ask, "What's wrong with me?" Instead ask, "Which skill is being called for right now?" To help you practice, I've created a PsycheScription, a short guided exercise you can return to whenever you feel disconnected. You'll find it linked below, along with a free worksheet to map your own triggers and reconnection pathway. If you want the full roadmap, you'll find it in my book, Transform Your Life, The Ultimate Guide to Self-Mastery. It walks you through the 12 capacities, 48 skills, and the practices that help you transform triggers into growth. The link is below. Alongside it, download the free worksheet and try today's PsycheScription. And if you'd like to work with me directly, you'll also find a link to schedule an appointment. Remember, being triggered isn't the enemy, it's a signal. You are not broken. You are being called to grow. On this channel, we're building a community that sees mental health differently, not as illness, but as vitality waiting to be reclaimed. You're not alone in this journey.